Hello YouTube, welcome back to another game of Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void. This is going to be a TvZ and we are going to be continuing on with France versus Finland, which is the semi-final, the second one I'm casting from Nation Wars number 3, which concluded in January. So we're very quickly approaching the end of the tournament. There's only this series and of course the final after, and then we're going to be moving on to DreamHack straight after that. Now our question of the series is, what is the most underappreciated Starcraft unit of all time? What do you think it is? Of course, leave your comments in this comment section below, and if you want to explain why, you're very welcome to, of course. So let's introduce our players very quickly. On the bottom right hand side we have got Serral, who is representing Finland, and Team mYinsanity. And of course, from the previous game, if you haven't seen, MarineLorD, who is representing both lost for words, France and Team Millennium. So he is playing the Terran here on the bottom left hand side of Lerilak Crest, and let's see how this one progresses. Now this is game number 4. As I mentioned, the scores are about to be shown, so if you haven't seen the previous videos are in the description. Of course, go and have a look at those. Let's see how this one starts out. It does look like we have a hatchery first into a spawning pool coming out from Serral. And unfortunately, this is actually something I've been missing quite a lot. I keep forgetting to do this, but bringing up the scores for our players is just something I keep missing and something I need to fix very quickly. So let's see how this one plays out. Looks like the usual one Reaper beginning is continuing on here from MarineLorD into the early command center. Seems to be doing this pretty much every single game. Very fond of it. Now he's very lucky with his scouting here, managing to find MarineLorD on the very first go, and he sees everything that's going on. Of course, I assume he's seen the base as well. No, he actually has not seen the expansion. Now he's seeing it, and there we go. So it looks like he is starting off with the usual 1 barracks, 1 factory, and probably a 1-star starport build. Oh, interesting, a spore crawler going down so early in the game. That's kind of a weird one actually. Serral, I'm not quite sure. Oh, I see, he probably put that down just because the drone was about to get destroyed, so that makes sense now. Yeah, so it's better to of course lose about 20 minerals than to actually lose the drone. So well held off there. That Reaper is going to have to back on away just a little bit until he regains his health. As you can see, of course, they do have that healing skill, which pretty much brings them back up to full health very quickly. I personally think a little bit overpowered, but then again, they did have a damage nerf, so that's kind of okay. This base is now up, so going to start saturating that very shortly. Metabolic boost about to complete as well, so at that point this Reaper is going to get destroyed very quickly if he gets too close. Now these rocks, honestly I don't know why people keep attacking them. It just seems kind of strange that every now and then I see players, they just start attacking those rocks, and I honestly, if you know the answer to this, please let me know. I don't know why they do this. Looks like a roach one going down here, so probably just trying to block this off for whatever reason. It looks like we've got Hellions on the field as well, so this pretty much counters the Zergling speed, since of course Zerglings cannot chase Hellions unless there's an absolute huge amount of them and you've got a booming economy, because if you do chase them with a small amount, you're just going to get toasted and there's not going to be a whole lot you can do about it. So there we go, 1 creep tumor gets denied, which is a little bit annoying for Serral. And it looks like the 3rd base about to complete here as well. Let's see, has that been spotted? It has indeed. So very good scouting here from MarineLorD, being able to spot pretty much everything that's going down. Now it looks like we have roaches on the way, which is of course the best reaction you can possibly have versus Hellions. And it looks like they're being turned to Hellbats as well. Now the difference with Hellbats is they do a much wider arc of damage, and I do believe that they actually do a bit more damage as well. But the trade-off of course is that they are a lot slower. And there we go, they're full on engaged. They're actually managing to take on these roaches quite nicely here. So much damage here going down. Army supply is very equal. Worker supply is very equal. But at the same time, these Hellbats don't look like they're giving up at all here. More and more workers being destroyed here. And the Queen's getting surrounded as well. And so many of these units getting very quickly destroyed. The continued push from these is just going to be very dangerous for Serral right now. 7 probes or drones have been taken out already, and the roaches, they're just being countered here, and that's definitely something strange to see, because roaches are very good against these types of units. But because there were so many of them, they were able to do a lot of damage. So there we go, the Hellions are now up here as well. Just to note, Hellions also have a lot less health than Hellbats. Hellbats have 135, whereas Hellions only have 90 when they're at full health. Now this medevac definitely going to have to be a little bit careful not to get a little bit too close to these buildings or to these queens, because of course they will be able to eventually take it out. Now these Hellions probably just gone out to scout if there was any sort of sneaky expansions going down, or maybe of course there was another purpose for them. Honestly, I don't know. And let's see, looks like, oh, a Banshee, I missed that one. So there's actually 2 more starports being produced. This is very peculiar. I wonder, is this going to be a mass Banshee game? It doesn't seem like a very useful option. I mean, Banshees don't quite do as much damage as they used to. I remember seeing a bunch of Banshees in the air, and that was like such a good game style. But nowadays, they just don't seem to be as popular. Okay, and a huge amount of roaches coming in here now. Serral's army is a little bit ahead, but at the same time, he does not have anything to attack air. So the fact that he's got 2 starports in addition here just to produce Banshees, he will be able to very quickly clean these up without actually losing any units. So SCV is getting taken off the line, of course, getting destroyed very quickly since roaches are so damn good against them. And it looks like we've got a Raven on the way as well. That's probably just in case there is going to be a burrow move research for the roaches. A nice bomb going down there, hitting every one of those roaches as well. The question is going to be who's going to come out on top on this engage. It does appear that Serral just is continuing to pump out more and more roaches, but the question is, should he start to tech towards Hydralisks? Personally, I think that would be the correct choice, simply because of the fact that there is more and more Banshees being pumped out, and as you can see now, there's so many of them. There's 3 at a time being produced, so he's definitely going to be able to take on these roaches. Does have a few queens behind, but is it going to be enough to take out so many Banshees at this point? Honestly, I don't think so. And there we go, the roaches doing a lot of damage, but at the same time Banshees have cleaned up all of the anti-air at this point, dodging the corrosive bile, so this is good play here, and starting to do damage onto the Ravagers as well. Now these roaches have been left here. They're probably going to break through this wall, but very shortly after that get destroyed. Oh, repairs are going down. Repairs are going down. Looks like they will survive off against this. This is very good right now. Good position for Serral, or for MarineLorD to be in. He lost so many SCVs, but he's got a lot of Banshees. He will be able to hold off against this most likely. And these Banshees, very menacing right now. There is still more Banshees being produced. As you can see, he's making 2 at a time with a Liberator on the other one. So these Banshees, absolutely uncontested. As I said, honestly, I don't feel that static defenses and of course Queens are going to be enough to defend against this. He needs to get a bunch of Hydralisks to fight off against this, or even better, get Corruptors. I mean, this is going to get sniped off very quickly here. I mean, look at that Queen just getting melted away. There's actually engage. There's actually harassment going down in both expansions of our players here. So the Banshees here along with the main Zerg army, and of course the Zerg. Oh, Serral calling GG, and there we go. The Banshees just too difficult to deal with. I think that if you got out Corruptors or of course Hydralisks a little bit early on, he would have been in a better position here. So France taking game number 3 between France and Finland. And that is it for game number 4 between France and Finland. This brings the score up to 3 in favor of France. That's pretty much it. Our question of the series, of course, is what is the most underappreciated StarCraft unit that you have seen in all of the StarCraft games? Leave your comment below, and of course, if you want to leave an explanation, you're very welcome to. Don't forget to leave the video a thumbs up. Of course, that is very important, and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you guys in game number 5, which could very well be the last one if France takes it. Hope you've enjoyed it. Good luck. Take care. Bye bye.